all the way up. There we go. That's better. Getting everything reset up again. Because, I don't know if you guys knew or not, but the chair that I normally sit in just bit it. So, here we are. Probably play an ad first. There it is. There we go. I'm naked. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We are back at it. Wonderful stream, wonderful people. The wonderful people, the wonderful people. Anyway. Yeah. I hope everybody's doing well tonight, but we are on the way to getting some stuff done. Very happy with the way this turned out. So let's go ahead and just start working on it without any further delay. See my palm long enough. Oh, nope, wrong button. There we go. I'm gonna clean this area up just a little bit. There we go. All right, cool. And there will be we'll fit the and right there. Oh, would you like do you think that would look cool, or would this look cool having it? I don't know. No. I fiddled with it too much. Evening, you got on just as you saw me mess up the flippin' batarang. Just broke it. That's the problem with these records. So, but I know what I have, so I'm gonna try to use a different material because, oh goodness, can't believe that just happened. All right, well, it's a very brittle record. But don't fret, I'm gonna find a different plastic. Yeah. Because see, I had broken this piece already earlier, and I was like, oh, well, I can still do some stuff with it. Actually, no, it was this piece. And I was like, oh, I can still deal. And nope, just broke it. And all I was trying to do is fit it in there. Well, hello, Master Hooks. Well, Master Hooks, if you just came in, you just missed me breaking the batarang that was going into his head. So I'm gonna find a flat sheet of plastic, hopefully, and we'll be using that to insert back into the head. Yeah, it happens. I should have realized, because this is an old, you know, boat. I mean, who knows? Let's try something out. Here's an experiment. So, this is what was used. See how brittle it really is. There you go. See? So that's how brittle it is. So obviously, me using this as a choice to make the Batarang as brittle as it is was probably a very, very bad choice. But, you know, with science, failure is always an option. I just learned from that. And now we will make it better. So, there you go. So yeah, the goal is now we need to find a thicker piece of plastic that is not as brittle. I bet I know what I could do. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that makes sense. Why couldn't I do that? All right, so I'm gonna leave this as a template so I can recut it out. And now, got my... Yeah, right before I started streaming... Yep, the Eddie Duchin story is gone. My scraps. I got a bin of scraps right here. Yeah, right before I started my stream, the chair that I was originally sitting in, if you can... The chair that I was originally sitting in broke. All the welds busted on it. Just to remind me that, yes, I am still overweight, even though I've been losing weight. So my goal now is... No. Okay, nothing in there. So... Well, I'm actually happy that happened here, because I would have hated to be shipping that out and somewhere in the middle of shipping it break before he receives it. So, silver lining. I would consider that a silver lining. I don't have a big enough flat sheet, so my thought process is to make a flat sheet that I can put on there. So I'm trying to find something that's got that quality. I have... Nope, it's not over there. Look. Well, I'm going to log out. I got work 6 a.m. for the auto drive. Check back tomorrow. Thank you very much. Don't worry, we're going to get that We're going to get this Batarang fixed and up and running again. You bet your sweet bippy. I just need to find a sheet of plastic big enough that I can use to put that back on. So, you have a good night. Be safe. Have a pleasant slumber. Alright. Well, like I said, I'm glad it happened when it did. I would have hated... I've been so upset if it would have did that, you know, shipping. That would have been very embarrassing. wonder. No, if I do that, then I might as well just... Well... I have plenty of these. Alright, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to use another hockey mask to make a batarang. Because why not? Alright. Taking these straps off one right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up and flatten it in an area. And one of the areas that we flattened will end up being selected to come so basically just going to heat this up, get it soft, flatten it out. So those of you that like ASMR, get ready for the fun stuff. Hey, bud, how you doing? I hope you're having a great time. Good. Everybody say hi to Sin Kitty. That's my older son, Jace. I'm currently flattening a piece of plastic out so that I can recut out a design. Alright, well, let me do this. Okay, I got that much done. Just try to cut a big chunk out. It does get easier to cut when you... Alright, so there we go with that. We'll hit it with the heat gun again. Alright, there we go. Now that I've heated it up and thinned it out, it's very flimsy. I don't know if I like that or not. But either way, we're gonna keep pressing on, seeing what it ends up being like. So, find the proper area. Well, one way to find out. Okay. I may have to use the heat gun. I might be able to just cut it with these scissors. All right, so there we go with that. Decent cut right there. So now we'll just move the scrap away. I'm gonna heat it up again and flatten it. Just put some weight down on it. And let that sit. Okay. Okay, so now we need to sand it. That's gonna be the harder part since it's so thin. All right. I'll bring this piece back. Okay. Let's see, put it right there. Right about there. I think that'll work. Um, probably gonna have to see what I can do. It'd be great if I could make a full one and just have it sticking like that. That'd have been perfect. But I've already cut it this way. So what do I have glue-wise? So I got some of this right here. Just or this one might work. Yeah, it doesn't work as well as it say it does. It says you're supposed to just put the two pieces of plastic together, touching each other, and then allow the resin adhesive to touch, which is what I just did, and it didn't do anything. So maybe I'm gonna shake it up or something, I don't know. Says it's super fast drying. I'm like, no, it's not. No, what way is this fast drying? Well, yeah, this isn't even sticking. This isn't even sticking at all. This is terrible. If anything, it was eating away the paint job, so that's disappointing, to say the least. What other super glues do I have? Let's see if this works. Oh, this might work and help it set. That's what I needed. That is a secret weapon right there. Look at that seal. Oh, still not wanting to hold though. Not wanting to hold perfectly. Drop some glue down there. All right. That's holding pretty good. Still a little bit of give over here. Take some off on Maximo's head. Once again. What is this? Why is this going? Alright. So we just need to do an extra tad bit painting right now over those areas. On the bottom here, I'm gonna do kind of like I did with the one stuff. Is I'm gonna melt it in this area, but I'm gonna kind of try to fuse the plastic together. Alright. I'll just put another piece of foam over here to cover all that up. Not bad. Alright, so what we're gonna do. Oh! Hey, what do you know? Chris is here. Hey Chris, how you doing, bud? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the follow, bud. I appreciate it. You guys want to see some amazing masks? Chris LaRock Creations, man. He has been doing some awesome stuff. Him and me we're both putting our fields into the to mask making, you know, to one day, fingers crossed, becoming, you know, just full-time mask makers. He's been making masks now for Akira, Masha Slamovich, Atticus Koger, Danny, what's his name? Demanto. And a lot of others. He's even out there sponsoring wrestling shows and stuff like that. He's making some awesome things happen. And I'm proud to know who he is, you know. Proud to call him brother. Brother! So, it is awesome. So, yes, welcome to the chat. Welcome, finally. It's good to have you here. And you missed the fun that happened earlier. I was fixing the Batarang and really hadn't thought about it yet. But, appreciate the love, brother. We will work together one day on. Oh, yeah, no, I can't wait. I'll be very excited about it, you know, because my expertise comes from just mask modification and doing fun things to it and stuff. You have the ability to craft the masks as they go on, you know. Oh, really? Well, we can't have that. Because, yeah, I just have a way with just looking at the regular stuff and then seeing what else I can do to it and everything like that. So, yeah, maybe you can get a cool, one of your cool masks done up as a blank. Send it over here and I'll get it all painted and done up, and then we can have some awesome wrestler coming out to the ring with it, you know. So I'm going to re-spritz this area with with some green because I have to go back over. Oh yes, back to that story. As I started, I went to fix the Batarang that was fixed into the head because I had not fully attached it yet. And as I was going to place it back in, the Batarang broke. But I was using an old LP record. So then I took that LP record, put it back on my face, and shattered it in front of the viewers. Just be like, yeah, see, this is how it is. So I found another piece of plastic. It was a rounded piece of plastic, and I heat gunned it, flattened it out, cut it out. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm happy that it did it now, because if it would have broke on its way to the customer, I would have been like completely heartbroken. Because then it would just be saying something about my, you know, even though we say, you know, the minute it ships, it's out of our... Uh-oh. You guys know what this is. Oh, we're done. All right, now back to basics. I hope we all had fun just now. That was fun for me. Whoop. I'm out of breath. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate that. See, Chris utilized the dance break. When my younger sister gets on here, she plays jump scares. And it's always when I have like the most dangerous things I'm handling. And then out of nowhere, she'll play something I'm not ready for. As you can tell, I'm breathing heavily. I'm out of breath just from doing that. I'm very out of shape. So, about all these gloves, and I keep forgetting to use them. I currently have like super glue stuck to my fingers and such. I'm like, why do I keep doing that? Over here we have my jack-o'-lantern glove dispenser. Yeah, okay. I don't have... It happens before I can actually see it. So, goodness. Thank you very much for the jump scare. There we go. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and retouch this area with the green, since we had to... All right, there we go. There he is, touched up. Then, thank you very much. Yeah, this is all just my phone, you know, and I'm using the cheap methods with the mirror and whatnot. And John, Skull and Mortar, if Brandon Prophet wants a really bomb AF hockey mask ever, The Rock Creations is on here right now. He makes them using some of the original molds. Am I right? Molds or casts? I keep forgetting the difference between a mold and a cast. And the ones that you usually see them do with like fiberglass, but he pours a resin into them. Molds, yes, molds. And eventually I'm going to have to just save some money and buy a couple blanks off of him, because he's got some really, really awesome molds going on. Yeah, you missed it earlier. Once again, Skull and Mortar, I'm telling everybody, I was trying to get ready to adhere the batarang, and then it broke. So I shattered the rest of it on my head. So now I'm going to do a little bit of spattering with the green, just to cover up these areas. And then I'm going to be going over I don't mind the green getting on the batarang itself, because I'll be painting it black. All right, love you too, Jace. You have a good night. Sweet dreams. I'll I'll let Mrs. Ratlock and Minnie Minnie know you said hello. So there we go with that. Yeah, I broke it, so I found another piece and flattened the plastic out, cut the design into it. Was having difficulty adhering it to the mask, but then I remembered the funny little trick that was basically it's super glue and baking soda, and it becomes a concrete, pretty much, or its own plastic. I learned that on a I learned that from a guy who refurbishes and fixes old vintage toys. It's called Toy Polloi, Polloi, and I learned from him how to basically turn super glue and baking soda into plastic. It was genius. So yeah, no, hey, matter of fact, at this time, if anybody wants to plug, if you guys want to plug your Twitch stream, if you want to plug your website, if you want to plug your YouTube channels, any of that, put it on there, man. You know, super. Well, see, that's the thing is, this being my laboratory, me being a scientist, I like to find other methods to do this. And yeah, it's basically you just lay a line of super glue down each end. You take the baking soda, you sprinkle it on there, it'll harden, you knock away any of the excess, and there you have it. And then on the back of it, what I did was some of it was sticking out, so I used the heating element and basically melted it together on the back. There you go, LaRock Creations. He's got an awesome website, got some really cool stuff. Yeah. So, okay, so that part's done. So we're going to go and do some more. I'm going to retouch up the purple smiling chevron right here in the center. And where did I put that? There it is. Did I rinse it out? Yes, I did. Hey, I rinsed it out. That's something I hardly ever do. Chris is actually getting on here to see how easily I stream so he can be like, hey, man, I'm going to start doing this. Jeez. All right. So thank you very much for the subscription gift. Is that what it was? Well, thank you very much for gifting the subscription. Appreciate that. See, I do a lot of jump scares and stuff because most of the masks that I make usually deal with horror. Big into horror. On some nights, depending on how many people come in, I'll even we'll plan like some old horror movie viewings. There we go. I very much appreciate the gifted sub. And I know they'll appreciate it too. When Joker Man comes on again, he goes, I have a subscription? And we're like, yes, you can thank Chris for that. Matter of fact, you're sponsoring one of the next Deathmatch promotions, ETU, is that correct? So I think I just saw that today. So congratulations on yet another sponsorship. Alright, so the purple is put on there. This is good and done. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the black painted on. Yes, the Struggles. That's who it is. Need a bigger... I don't really... There we are. Yes, it's very true. People still know who you are. Or at least they know your buddy, Brendan Prophet. All right, you have a good night, buddy. We'll talk to you later. And remember, science. Chris is a good dude. Chris is a real good dude. And, you know, he's another person that follows the dopamine, if you will. Thank you very much, Skull and Mortar. Appreciate the emotes, guys. That is awesome. Go ahead. Let's see some Ratlocks in the chat. Let's see some Skull and Mortars in the chat. There we go. That's looking good. I'm gonna have to put a second coat on that in a second, and then we're gonna have some fun with some blood. Gonna put a little blood on it. Gonna do up the matter of fact, I should do that right now while I'm letting this layer of black. We're gonna do some purple buttons here. Do a little bit of sanding on the metal to make sure that the purple will collect on it. And one more. Nope, not one of them. This one. All right. Take my little brush. I may do it at a later date and mail Joker Man some green, because I was wanting to do green elastic for this. I just couldn't get my hands on any at the time, so I may as soon as I get my hands on some green elastic, I'm gonna make a new head strap and just mail it out to him. And it was funny, I had somebody else saw the mask today on my Facebook and messaged me and said, "You already sold this?" I was like, "Yes, I did." He was like, "Oh man, well I was going to buy it." And I was like, "You know, I can recreate these masks." Like, I know this, currently this is one of a kind. There's not another one like this out there. Until, you know, somebody else makes another one. Or until I make another one. Like, I had a budget movie hit me up about the this dragon skull mask, asking me if it was available. I was like, I just sold it to the person that commissioned me to do it. And he goes, "Okay, well, could you make another one?" "Oh, yes." And then the fun thing is, if that movie has any success to it, the guy who had the original dragon mask can be like, "Hey, I have a mask just like that." And we can be like, "It's actually based off of your mask." So there we go. We got the purple buttons there. We're just going to set you off the side to dry. Maybe a little more paint. Okay. I want to do proud by this mask, you know. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That's one of the things, and I hate saying it like that, because then it's like I'm coming across with a swelled head. But so far, the past like 5 or 6 masks I've been doing, everybody has been messaging me going, man, this is the best mask you've done. This is the best. You know, when I did Neil Diamond Cutter's mask, I actually had a compliment for the representative of Carver from Cutter's Alley actually say, this is probably the best non-post-apocalyptic mask you've ever made. I was like, that's awesome, thank you. And they're saying that because, you know, we considered the mask that I made for for Carver post-apocalyptic, so hey. It was fun enough for him to basically be saying, it's not better than mine, but it's really good. It's sick. Let's do another coat on each side, and that should probably do it. All right. Pretty happy with that. Just putting some extra little stuff here and there just because I can. And I like how you see the haws all throughout the mask. At first, when you take a first look at it, you're thinking that it's just a bunch of scratches, and you're like, no, it's saying ha 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 all throughout the mask. I hope are you feeling better, Skull and Mortar? I really do hope you're doing better. Because, yeah, you were feeling pretty bad this morning, but you still got on. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys that jumped on while I was playing Indie Wrestler last night, too. That meant a lot to me. You know, because sometimes I'll stream without notice, just because I'm like, well, you know, I'm going to play a little bit of a game, and I'm kind of in the mood to hang out if anybody wants to hang out, so I just turn it on and see if anybody shows. And you guys showed, so it was a good feeling, you know. That's why whenever I can, if I'm either up or, you know, even just playing you guys in the background, you know, however I can support you, that's what I want to do. I want to support you guys. You guys are here supporting me, so why would I, you know, not? That'd be ludicrous. Actually, no, I heard Ludacris is a big supporter. All right, so I don't need my earbuds out here. All right. That was real good. So now we have this base here with it being embedded. So here's something fun we're going to do. I'll bet you guys can guess. My chair just fall over. Yes, it did. Every time I stand up, my chair goes to fall over. Yeah. Getting ready to start the stream, and the chair that I've been using for the past year here at my station broke. All the welds popped on it. And this is a chair that was made in like the 1950s, 60s. Has held all this extra weight, and then of course my big bottoms it out. So that was fun. So all right, let's get some blood going on this. Once again, just the bottle of blood. Looks and flows like real blood. Incredible blood red color. What I like too is on a brighter mask with the light green and the whites, it actually dries like blood too. So we're going to put a little bit on here. Just let it drip down. And then we'll take the brush to it in a couple places. So we'll see how this blood runs. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Just collecting up around the eyebrow area. Oh. Cool thing, as soon as this one's done, I get to start on another mask for a deathmatch wrestler that goes by Greg Gory Lynn. If you guys know who that is. Hey, and shout outs to Wesley. Hey Wesley, I hope you're doing well. Nikki Sue's here. Hey Nikki, how you doing? Hope John's treating you all right. So good to have you guys on. Maybe get it to go down the eye a little bit. I mean, if you look, it's already trying to coagulate, which is pretty fun. So now I'm going to put a little bit on this side. There we go. So it'll join up and run down. Nice. Look at that. It's like this will just be the rest of the stream. It's just watching the blood run down the face. Enjoying that. Probably let's hit a little bit with a brush. Touch some down here. All right. That's perfect. That's great. I love that. Get a little bit of the this hunky dory brush right here. Oh, don't lose it. Just hitting some extra layers. Getting the layering thing going on. Oh, commercial coming on. All right. Yay! Look at that. That is sinister. Very proud of the way that mask turned out. What about you guys? What do you think? You like it? I didn't mean to get out of the shot. There I am. I'm back. Hello. Hi. Vinny here. Welcome to Science Lab, where we invent awesome masks that makes other people feel good about themselves. That is so fun. So there you have it. That's done. That's awesome. And I'm still gonna let the snaps over here dry. So once it dries, we'll get it all put together. Currently, I'm going to take this and pick it up. Just set it over here. Calm, cool, and collectively. So, now, fun experiment I want to do. Outstanding. Thank you, Master Hooks. Yes. Please excuse me while I laugh maniacally into the night. Science! Anyway. Yes, indeed. So, I have a bunch of masks here. A bunch of hockey masks. It is Will Voorhees, and we're going to see if we can do something fun for one of these masks. And we're going to do a thing called hydro dipping. If any of you guys are wondering what hydro dipping is, it is the art of adding paints to the surface of a small pool of water and then slowly dipping the item in through the top of the surface of the water, making the paint adhere to the surface of the item you're dipping in. So, what I have to do the dipping with is I'm just going to take one of my basic masks. And I'm going to use this tub that holds my mask in it. And one of the things you need is warm water, which I've already procured. So I have a gallon of warm water we're going to pour in. I don't think there's any holes in here. Whoops. Well. All right, you guys are going to have to hold on for a second. I'm going to have to go get some more water. So give me a couple minutes. Bear with me. That's what my cousin once said when he came over to the house with a grizzly cub in the back seat of his car. He said, "Hey, bear with me." I'm back. Thank you for waiting, everybody. Hello, Lindsay Bear. I hope you're doing well. Adding more warm water to the... Alright, so now we have that. I'm going to select a mask. I'm just going to go with one of these white ones. Boom, right here. We're going to sand it real quick. I'm going to hit it with some white paint. Ah. Should have done the mask preparation before the water, because now I don't have a place to put it. Because it will stick. From what I learned is, if I just put the plastic in there, it will not adhere to the paint will not adhere that well. So to hit it with a coat of some kind of paint, so I'm just going to use this white paint from earlier. Alright, white paint has been added. So now we're going to cure this real quick. Alright, now here comes some more fun. So what you do is, now that you have this water concoction, or whatever you want to call it, we are going to add paint. Oh, there's a little bit of debris in there. And you actually add spray paint to it. So I want to do some bright, vibrant colors with maybe a thick... So I have green right here. Ow. So what I'm going to do is spray a little bit of green in here. There we go, we got some green at the top. Then, how about some orange? Get some orange in here. Okay. So we got some orange. Maybe I'll hit it with some green again. Okay. Now what's this? Here's fun. Got a little bit of the seaside blue. Some almond. Got some lime green. Let's go back to some orange. Now, what else? Do I have any paints down here? Doesn't seem like I do. At least I don't see any. So let's hit it with some white. A little bit more of this blue. There's some dark blue right here. This will be fun. There we go. All right, so now got a nice little swirl in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this mask and just push it straight down into the mixture. And then once that is fully submerged, I'm going to take this to clear away any of the other. I don't know. We'll find out. So here we are. Getting ready to submerge the mask in 3, 2, and 1. Mask is submerged using the clear away all the excess in the water, and then pull it up. Oh, look at that. There's a little bit of gunk right there, but that's fine. Some of the This is my first time doing this. There is some coagulation, but look at that. I'm really digging that. That's fun. Almost like a lava lamp effect. Here's a little paint right here. I'll just... see, look, I even did it there. What little paint was left over. That is pretty neat. I need to set this somewhere. Set right here for a second. That was kind of cool. Pretty cool, man. Put the water someplace safe so it don't spill. All right. Let's go ahead and get these gloves off. This down here. Hit it with the heat gun real quick. I'm very happy. I will say this. I want to say it was about 12 years ago. I saw a person doing this method. He was dipping the body of guitars in these huge totes that he did this to. But at the time, all anybody knew is that you had to use powdered borax, hot water, and enamel paint. And so just to do one dip for me was super expensive because the enamel paint is usually high priced. Well, it wasn't until a handful of years ago somebody's like, you just use warm water and spray paint. And I was like, wow, I really need to try this. And I just kept putting it off and putting it off. And I'm like, hey, perfect time to do it is now. So I'm basically just trying to dry it off real quick with all the water. Like I said, it's my very first time doing it, so you can see some areas where it's a little thicker, it's more coagulated in some areas. That's, you know, that's just, you know, first time. First time doing stuff. But I love the way it turned out. Oh, I'm sorry, John, you're not feeling good, and that heat gun's probably too loud for you. See, that's what happens now. I make up like a Van. I like that. Thank you, Jason Van Gogh. So that's, yeah. And a lot of it is already dried-ish. I don't want to touch it too much. And I may go ahead and dab it with some water spots that I want to try to get rid of. The other guys I've seen do it, they did it really fast. They kind of want it. All right, well, we can talk. But you're going to stop wearing masks, John. We may do some... This could be a fun little thing to do, too. Like, if there's a time after some builds and whatnot, we can always... maybe do a thing where we roll the dice for a mask, we roll the dice for some colors, and then we'll dip it and see what happens. Because, you know, I just started getting crazy with colors. I could have just kept it at like 2 colors. Maybe 3, like the green, the lime, and the orange or something. But yeah. No, I was very, very happy with the way that mask turned out. That is really cool. Like I said, there's only a little bit of the lime came out. That's the one thing I like to look at that. I'm like, because it's just really a big old thick chunk that's on there. And there's still some wet spots because even though I took off my gloves there, I'm getting paint on my hands. Per usual. But yeah, I was really happy with the way that turned out. That was really cool. That's super cool. True. And what I've been seeing recently is a lot of people do this with sneakers. They'll get like white Nikes, tape the soles, and then dip it in. Yes, very much so. Thank you very much. It'd be kind of cool. Maybe one of these times I might try to see if I can hydro dip paint an actual Jason mask. Like, do the whole top layer, maybe do some the almond color, or no, paint the mask almond, then take the water and add the yellows, browns, blacks, and whatnot, and dip it in that and pull it out and see what it looks like. Man, I'm terrible. I don't even know what a cassock is. I have to look up what cassock is now. Oh, the one you have now? The one you're coming out with now? Okay. I always called it a choir boy robe or a choir robe or something like that. The judge's robe. Okay, yeah, I know that one, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, I am familiar with it. Well, what do you want to do with it? You know? Well, I know you used to have a ton of stuff. That's really fun. I was really happy with that. That was nice. So now I got to actually do a mask up, do the holes, Jason holes and everything. Just update it and bring it back in rotation. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, maybe if you're when you go live on your Twitch, maybe you know, the scientist can make a house call. John the Altar Boy. We could look into something like that. You know, I did what I did. I bought a new lab coat. I'm giving it the punk rock treatment, you know, making it a battle lab coat, which I found out there's one other battle lab coat besides mine. I thought I was going to be original. I keep forgetting now. It's 2023. Nobody's original. But it was done by some science geek that's also a death metal fan. So their lab coat is just covered in death metal patches and whatnot. Well, mine's covered in science patches. So, somewhat original. But yeah, so I might do some dipping on all kinds of stuff. I have so many masks, you know. But good to know. It's kind of like, yeah, it's one of those things like when something was going to happen and then ended up not happening. It was like, you know, because I still remember the last Insanity Pro show I was at, I was supposed to, they were talking to me about a feud, or a couple, like they said, we want to give you like 1 or 2 matches and see if a feud can build with this. And it was going to be me and Colt Cabana, you know, and he was there. We shook hands, you know, we were talking a little bit about it, about, you know, how we like to be funny and stuff. And it was right at that time, because also the same time was Manslaughter had a match with somebody me and John know, diehard Dustin Lee, and I guess Dustin Lee did a couple unsafe things in the ring, wasn't calling spots. And I remember me and Colt was there, we were talking, and then suddenly you see, after the match was over, Diehard comes running in hiding. And in comes Manslaughter from the back going, where the bleep is he? And bleep, how dare you bleep, bleep, bleep. And everybody just stopped talking and saw it happen. And it was kind of like, well, I got to go. My match is over. I took off. And then I ended up having some strings pulled, and suddenly I wasn't. Yes, Martinsville. Correct. I remember that. Some strings were pulled, and I suddenly wasn't an IPW anymore. So, you know. Since then, I've had some of the people that were a part of that apologize to me and told me the reason for it and the cause and the people behind the curtain that created that to happen. Yeah. Oh, in the ring, and then chased him out into the back. It was... That was nuts, you know. Oof. See, I need... And I've talked to Greg and I've talked to David, and like my memory is foggy during that time, but I was also going through a depressive state to where I went and looked, and you know, me and David Croft, we had a great feud, and then we ended up tag teaming, and we had a winning streak tag teaming. I don't remember any of it. And I keep begging people to be like, I need, I have a VCR. I need to get my hands on the footage of my matches from Insanity Pro, because those were some of my favorite matches, but now I don't even remember them anymore. And it's sad that the only way I can remember a match during that time is if I have the footage to watch. So, but yeah, but that's the thing. I don't remember my match from that night, but I do remember that whole situation. Me and Colt Cabana talking. And then just after that match, seeing Die Hard come running into the back and hiding, freaked out. He was trying to stand behind Mike, and Mike turned, he thought Mike was going to keep him protected, and Mike turned around and was like, "You did what?" So it was nuts. I still remember in the match too, I think I remember him trying something, and as he was trying it, Manslaughter, I believe, broke character, even said, "What are you doing?" Like really loud, and then got his hands on Die Hard, and I was like, ooh, this is not good. So, but yeah, but no, God, look how good that is. I'm really happy with that. So, all right. Well, I think we had a pretty good and productive night. We got 2 masks done now. I can put that on the tally. I forgot where I put my tally. I have a tally sheet. So, it was a great time. We're old in our ways. We keep talking about what used to be and what could have been. Let's not worry about that. Let's look forward to the future, So, yay! Look at this. This is fun. I'm putting it on just because. And it's still soggy. The head strap is still soggy on that. Look at that. Huh? That is so cool looking. Love that. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and call tonight. We're going to turn the lights off in the lab for now. And this is the end. Oh, yeah. It was bad. Like, we're talking, and he had the welts and I think he was even bleeding from his chest in a couple spots. But, you don't go to business for yourself in the ring, He just started doing random stuff to Manslaughter without letting him know what was going on, and that puts Manslaughter in danger, I've had that happen a couple times where I've been with some people in the ring and they decided out of the blue, well, I want to do this move. And, that could... How many times have you seen that in the past where somebody decides to do something that they didn't talk with in the back and somebody's crippled, Corporal Burns was pushed off that top rope and for a while was his legs were crippled. He finally was able to get back on his feet, but it was a spot that he was not told about, or at least he stated wasn't told about. Very very dangerous things happen. You got to make sure, like I was talking about last night. You want to beat the bejeebers out of your opponent in that ring and around that ring from bell to bell. But when that bell is over, you want to go home to your family. He said afterwards he went in there with the intentions of beating him. Manslaughter? Yes. Yeah. But, so yeah, this is our... No, well, I ain't going to talk about that, but I remember... I know some other Die Hard stories. Well, I do remember there was a spot where he went to do something and... it was like an uncalled... I do remember though in the match there was one spot that wasn't called and Die Hard almost broke, like according to Manslaughter, almost broke his neck. So there's that too. Because I remember when I saw that, I even remember Colt Cabana was standing next to me and he was like, "Oh my bleeping, whoa, that's that," and because even he said, "What are you doing?" Oh yeah, no, I remember. I still remember when Die Hard would show up to TCWA, RCCW, and he had the table with the DVD series and whatnot. So, but yeah, I remember a couple things, that some of the others that Mike and Greg and a handful of the others told me about, stuff that he did too. So almost every wrestler has some kind of a past, a checkered past, if you will. But we improve ourselves, we get better, and we become better people, and better for the community, better for the future. And that's the goal. And those that aren't willing to get better for the future, well, they're left in the past. Science! Anyway, thank you guys very much for being a part of this stream tonight. Like I said, this is my last scheduled stream for the week. So if you see me again, it's not planned. I'll just give like a quick heads up. Be like, hey, I'm going to do something random on here. And if I see, I see. If I don't, I don't. And it's not a big deal. But so we'll be back again Monday morning, 8:15 a.m. on this channel. Peace be with you, Master Hooks. And just like I just did, like this wasn't planned. I've been wanting to do this, and now I finally did. And this, stuff like this happens when you follow the dopamine. You guys know dopamine, right? I know Nikki does. I know Master Hooks does. I know Skull Mortar does. I know Lindsay does. I know Pro Punit Wesley does. And everybody else on there. It's that wonderful little chemical that your brain releases throughout your entire body. And it's such a great feeling because it's rewarding you for achieving the goals in your life that you yourself know deep down you want to do. It's your dreams. It's realizing your dreams and your passions in life. And your brain rewards you for that when you do it. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just making it up. That is science. But you know what? It's not just science. Not here. Not in the creation station of Ratlock Labs here in Minneapolis, Indiana. No, it's not just science. It's science. Is my finger up my nose? It was. Hey, what do you know? Learn something every day. We'll see you guys again. If not anytime this weekend, next Monday morning, 8:15 a.m. Have a good one.